Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff, martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything.
Is this camera working? Yeah, okay. I guess we're ready to start streaming. Oh, we are streaming. Boy, what? A total louse up today. I always forget we use OBS software, and we started off with nothing. And then, of course, you click the introduction, and then that switches you to your live cam, which you're seeing now. But I was messing with OBS today, and I had it on live cam. So when I started the stream, I still had it on live cam and didn't realize it. Anyway, so you guys get to see that. I will cut it out later in YouTube Studio so that we look flawless. Oh, now I'm going to have to cut out this conversation too. All right, guys, we got Master Settles in the house, so I got to act like I know what I'm doing. Thank goodness Master Boom didn't show up to mess everything up or create any messes or anything. So first, let's do a little bit of warm-up. Let's start off just with some kicks. Let's keep them low at first. Here we go. Right leg back and hana. Dual. Set. Net, toss it, quad, hot, dual, set, net, toss it, and quad, roundhouse kick. So you can make them low, but try to keep them horizontal. 1, 2, and keep that back hand up. 3, this one. 4, and don't let your knee pass your belly button. 5. Other foot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's shake them out a little bit. And let's knock out 10 quick push-ups. Remember, let the floor dictate the shape of your core. The floor is your core. So make it straight like the floor. Here we go. Hana, dual, set, net, toss it, yas it. Ilga, dual, hop, you. There we go. Around a little bit. So let's swim forward. Fix your mouth. Swim backwards. And now 2 different directions. 2 different directions the other way. For that 2 different directions thing, I never have a problem with that because I'm a percussionist. And in classical orchestra, you would think that you crash cymbals like this. You do not. Air catches in the middle and it goes whoop, and you don't get any crash at all. Or you overcome that blanket of air, the cymbals hit and stick together. You get a couple of cymbals that are stuck together, it's almost impossible to break them apart. And they're like brass, like a brass plumbing seal. So I've seen cymbals ruined by being suctioned together. What you do is you hold them like this and you crash this way. So watch an orchestra sometime, you'll see the guy doesn't crash like this, he crashes like this. So you just crash the cymbals and keep circling. Circle the other way. And then it's a piece of cake. Okay, so we'll take off on Ilyeo. Ilyeo is the highest Cookie One sanctioned form for a 9th degree black belt. First thing is our ready position. You know what? Do you think you can remember it? No? Okay. So let me see if I can remember it. So the whole thing. So the true me is like beside but you're just right out front like that. So it should be like this, and then a middle block and a punch. That's not too hard, right? And then a high block and down block, almost like Pyongyang 2, except it's a down block. So here's me, middle block, high block, down block, and then back the other way, a middle block punch. So you're just doing middle block punch and a back stance. Up to now, we haven't had offensive moves in a back stance. A back stance is typically more aptly serves defensive moves, you know, your sideways and like a block, but this time you do a middle punch in addition to that. Okay, so we have funky Basai ready. You can come up here beside me. And a middle block and a punch. And then the Pyongyang 2, except the down block. And then straight this way, middle block punch. And then you do this strange spear hand. So it's like the psychic radiant Gungong, not this one, but this one, right? Middle block punch. And you do a spear hand over it like this. And actually, I'm wrong, because we're going to go straight ahead on the first one. So to me, middle block punch, weird kind of Pyongyang 2 thing, middle block punch, spear hand. Oh, I was right. I was right after all. Now we kick straight ahead the direction you're going, side kick. Side kick, stick block, and a back stance, closed hands, open them, pull it out, punch. Then your strange Pyongyang 2 thing again, and then your middle block punch. And now this time, instead of chambering spear hand, this time you leave your left chambered and you spear hand this way. Now, instead of shooting your side kick that way, you go to the left. Side kick, and then a back stance, stick block, open your hands, pull out, punch key off, then your strange Pyongyang 2 thing again. And now this time it changes. You're just going to come around to here, much like Pyongyang, well, exactly like Pyongyang 3. And then you do a front kick, step down, jump side kick, and then you do your stick block, pull out punch. And then your strange Pyongyang 2 thing, your Pyongyang 3 thing, and then another kick, jump side kick, stick block, left-handed back stance, and then right foot back to ready, and your strange Basai. That is the third form where you come back to ready with your right foot. So let me see if I can pull off the whole thing just straight in a row, no explanation. Ilyeo. Ilyeo. So there we go, Ilyeo. Probably pretty easy to do left-handed, but I'm not going to try right now. So I will, you know what I'll do though? I will do it with my back to the camera as if I'm standing in front of you in line at class. Let's do it that way. And I won't explain, but I'll do it kind of slowly. Yeah. I think that was right. So then let's break this thing down. Oh, Master says another question. Interesting as you can only turn to the left. You know what? Interesting as you only turn to the left. Master Sells is right. Yeah, I had never noticed that. Yeah, but we only turn to the left. Very interesting. So I would take notes on that. And we'll check as the form goes on and double check that we're only turning to the left. And thus, maybe it's a good idea to learn this form left-handed just to get your body turning to the right. Okay, so let's break this bad boy down. So we have, as I said, just like beside, except that in front of you. And then this part's easy, just a regular middle block and a punch key up. Then we look to the left. There we go, turning to the left. And then this is a real high block, real down block, just like in a side kick ready. But with the stance, it almost looks like pin on 2, except it's this way. So let's review that. Chamber the high block, down block, back stance. And that's it for this way. Now we go back the other way. Middle block punch, and that is this weird thing, middle block punch, like that. And once again, we don't break the hips. You don't turn it that way. Once this leg is doing that, you've gone too far. So you can twist your spine as far as you are able until it pulls your pelvis. Once it turns your hips, too far. So middle block punch, right? Going this way. Middle block punch. And then here comes this strange right step, left behind. So we're here in that weird punch. I'll do it slightly off center. Right step, left behind. Like the goom gum side kick ready. That way, not this one, this one. With your foot behind your knee, like so. Like that. Let's go up to there. So we've got strange massage, middle block, punch. Now to the left, as Master Settle said, real high block, down block. Going this way, middle block, punch, don't break your hips. And then we chamber with our right hand and do a right step, left foot behind. And now we side kick left leg, straight ahead, stick block. And you, once again, you're doing your stick block, but don't break your back stance. Once you reach out this far, my hip broke. So my stance is broken. I have gone too far. So once again, you can twist as far as you like until it moves your hips. Can't move your hips. Boom, like that. And then right before you pull out, you open, pull out, step forward, punch. All right, so let's try that. Ready. Middle block. Key up. High block, down block, back stance. Back that way. Middle block, punch, don't break your hips. Right hand chamber, right step, left foot behind, spear hand, side kick straight ahead, stick block, open up, pull out, height. Once again, as Master Settles noticed, we go to the left. High block, down block, back stance. Now we just repeat the process. Middle block punch. But as so often happens in these forms, there's a little something different that screws you up. This is one of them. So coming back, we do our middle block punch. Then we step our right foot again, left foot behind again, but this time we spear hand left. So the first one was The second one is And on a quick glance at the form, you think they're doing the same thing. So you're like, wait. What changed? Something was a little different. What changed? And this is also my cue to kick sideways. Like, wait, where do you kick sideways? When do you go straight ahead and when do you kick to the left? Well, whichever, if your right hand is forward, that means you're going straight ahead. If your left hand is forward, then you kick to the left. I don't know why you wouldn't kick to the right with your right hand. Oh, I know. Because we only turn to the left. So the first one, when you're going this way, is step behind right. The other one coming back, step behind left. All right, so let's start at the beginning. Weird beside red. Middle block. Regular old basic one punch. High block, down block with a big chamber. And then we just turn. Middle block punch, don't break your hips. Chamber your right hand. Right step, left behind, spear hand. Kick straight ahead. Kick, spear hand. Don't break your hips. Pull out, punch. And do it again. Middle block punch, don't break your hips. Now this time, this left hand is going to stay chambered. Right, left behind, left spear hand. That's our cue to kick to the left this time. So side kick, stick block, pull out, punch. Once again, a weird looking pin on 2 theme. But now it changes. Now we have the pin on 3. And here's the way I always remember this. I think you hide your front kick from the audience because you constantly get mixed up. You're here, wait, do I do left front kick, right side kick, or do I do right front kick, left side kick? Just hide it from your audience. So if you're my audience and I end up over here, all I have to do is hide the front kick from the audience. So I'm going to use my right foot because it is hidden. Of course, you see the kick, but you know, it's a memory device. So then on a right kick, step down, jump up, left side kick, fall right into a back stance, stick block, pull out, punch. Same little left turny high block, down block. Come here, which leg do I front kick? Well, I hide it from the audience. So left front kick, jump up. And this time, you do a left stick block. Every other stick block in the form is this. This time it's this. So the backhand is always on top. So we're here, and then you bring your right foot back to red. And the strange beside. So what do you think? Anybody getting it? Whoa, Carballosa girls are here. David Gleason, what is up, dude? You know what? David, I hope you did not sign in for black belt class last night. We had a snafu with, we had some technical difficulties, during which, while I was trying to fix it, I was getting more and more frustrated. My upper lip was beginning to sweat because the camera wasn't working, and then I realized the audio was. But I was like, at first I was like, wow, what the smack? Huh, this is interesting. After a while, dad-nabbit. And then I couldn't quite tell, but I thought I said very, very quietly. So then I'm rushing to YouTube. Oh, I've got to cut that. And it's impossible to edit live streams. Try it sometime. Do a live stream, unless you want to download it, which takes like a day, and then edit it, which eats up your whole hard drive, and then upload it again, which takes a day, and then it's no longer under live. Unless you want to do all that, you just edit it in the YouTube studio, which is, it's like, you know, working with firewood instead of a computer. Anyway, so I had to get in there and cut that out very carefully, surgically cut out, and, you know, bring it to some semblance. And by the time I finished, I looked up, and it's 7. So I'm sorry, I just totally biffed it on black belt class. Hopefully you'll come to Master Settles black belt class tomorrow. Okay, any questions or anything? 9th Dan. Oh, thank you, Master Settles, but no, I am only a 7th. I've got a friend, however, who is a 30th degree, except I wouldn't call him exactly a friend. Don't say that word in this dojo. I'm surprised. It always looked more challenging. This is my friend. Yeah, it's one of those, Master Settles just says a surprise. That it's not more challenging. It is one of those simple but subtle kind of forms, indeed. And I appreciate this form because the writers of it were aware of the fact, okay, probably by the time someone needs this to test, I mean, like Master Settles is learning it now, she's learning it now. But by the time you need it to test, you're probably going to be in your 50s and more likely 60s or 70s. And so if you write something with a bunch of jump backflips, it's not going to be possible. It's just going to be kind of a joke. So this one, yes, is actually a very simple form. But then when you start messing with it, trying to get it just right, you realize how full of little subtleties it is, especially those jump sidekicks. And if you'll notice, my right jumping sidekick, I just can't get my back to twist into the right position. On the left side, I do much better. With the right sidekick, it's just, I mean, I've worked on it, and it's not the right leg, it's the left leg and the left side of the back somehow. Anyway, that's one of my challenges with this form that I'm still working on. Okay, so what do you guys think interesting as you only turn to the left? What black belt is ninth dan? Ooh, Lila retracted another comment. Maybe she said that Master Jeff is a... Surprise always looking. Okay, so we're cool. So I will do my best. I will do it for you. Facing that way, and I'm wondering now, I think I did it right the last time. Let me see something. So when we're here, bam, bam, ready, bam, bam, here, kick, cha, cha, ready, cha, cha, left this time, kick, right here, I go toward the back. So I must have done it wrong a while ago, because I went toward the flags when I was facing the flags. Did I just start this way? Yes, I did, didn't I? Started right here. And then I'm facing the flag. So if I start with my back to you, middle block punch, kick. I should come toward you. A while ago, when I put my back to you, it seems like I went toward the banner. I don't know. I'm going to put my back to you again, like I'm standing ahead of you in line. Master Settles, you're sharp. Maybe you can tell if I do something subtly wrong. Even though there's so many subtleties in this, it's impossible to tell if you're messing up. Anyway, here it is with my back to you. Middle block, punch. Oh, spear hand. No, punch. Sorry. Now a right spear hand. Now I'm moving forward. Middle block punch. Left spear hand. Yes, toward you. And now I'm hiding my front kick from the banner because that was my audience, remember? Pretty comfortable with my side kick on that side. Now, how come I'm ending up going that way, Zone? Or should I? No, something messed up. I was facing that way. Huh?
No, you kicked it the wrong way. Oh no, oh yeah, right.
And maybe you do go the other way. Left kick. Oh yeah, that is right. So I was right. So let me test. So I was facing you on the first one and not on the other one. Let's test that theory because I'm more comfortable facing you. So really quick, ready, middle block, punch, weird pin on tooth thing, middle block, punch, right spear hand, straight ahead, stick block, punch, weird pin on tooth thing, middle block, punch, this time left spear hand, kick, stick block. So I'm going, looking back toward the direction from which I started and hiding it from my audience. Now I'm going toward the direction I started. Yeah, so it should be like this. I was thinking that one of those side-to-side ones I was thinking they both went the same direction. They do not. One goes forward, one goes backwards. So I was right the first time. Okay, any more questions? Oh, ghost. Is Boom a ghost? He is a 30th Dawn. Guys, there are no 30th Dawn. I've never met this Boom character, but if he's saying 30th Dawn, no. He is not a 30th Dawn. Wait a minute. He drew himself on our Fun Day box. Totally not cool, bro.
30th degree.
30th degree. Yeah, whatever. It looks like his handwriting. Looks like Ezra wrote it, man. If I find him, he's going to clean that off the Fun Day box. I know that for sure. All right, enough of that man whose name I will not mention again. So how are you guys doing with the form? Mr. Gleason, are you still here? Everybody is talking about Boom. All right, I'm going to do it from the side. This will be an exercise for me. Okay, Master Settles, the shape of this form, I always remember this, is the same as an unfortunate symbol made famous by Germel. Oh, wow. Master Settles, you have got a hard drive on your shoulders, Daddy. Very nice. You know what? I'm going to test this theory. So let's see. Here we are. Middle block, punch, on the left. Straight edge. Now we're going to the left. Yep, there it is. There's the two L's. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, Master Settles, it is exactly right. It makes the exact shape. It makes this shape. You know what that is?
What?
It's called a swastika. And the Nazis in Germany, that was their symbol. And they were extremely cruel, brutal. I will not show the symbol on the screen. Not that I think it's not worth showing educational-wise, but you never know what YouTube terms of service or whatever. If they find that I showed that symbol on the screen, we may get in some type of trouble. I think since the image disappears behind you with your footsteps, fine. But, you know, that symbol in one culture, maybe it's some kind of Hangul in Korean that means something totally different. Who knows? David Gleason, is pretty challenging to watch, but after watching it a couple of times, it's quite easy to get the general shape and moves of the form. All right, so David, let's break it down again. You've got the whole middle block punch, pin on two thing, and then the end back to forth, just back and forth at the end. Just forget that part for right now. Just get these parts. I'll show you. So up and down the floor, middle block, punch. Now later on, you're going to do these. Middle block punch. The first one is a middle block step punch. Otherwise, they're the same. There's those subtleties. So you got middle block, punch, then to change directions, the weird pin on two thing. And now you're done. So your middle block punch, weird pin on two thing. Then you go the other way. Middle block punch, and now I do my right, left, spear hand, kick, spear hand, pull out, punch, and I'm done that way. Then I do the same thing this way, only I curve it. You go to the left, but still a stick block, punch. Now then, you do the weird thing side to side, the kick, jump, key up. But even with those, your directions change or these. That's a good one. You know how Mr. Settles said you always turn to the left. Well, you always turn to the left with this. So that's one good one. So let's see, David. Middle block, punch. And then you turn to the left with one of these. Weird pin on two thing. Middle block, punch. Spear hand, straight kick this time. Straight kick, stick block, pull out, punch. Here's your direction change with your weird pin on 2 thing. Middle block punch. Spear handle. I guess you change directions here with a side kick. Side kick, stick block, pull out, punch. Then you have this strange thing again, changing directions. And hide the kick, side kick, stick block, pull out, punch. And then this weird thing, changing directions. Like a ready position kind of thing. It has a different meaning in Korean. Yeah, surely it does. Boom, bang, bam. Yeah, let's stick with bang, bam. Okay, Lila, let's leave out that first word. Master Settles, do you know if that symbol, I mean, you say it has a different meaning in Korean, which implies that, yes, that symbol or one similar to it is in Korean Hangul. Do you know that for sure? I mean, your statement seems to imply that, but just clarifying. And also, do you know what the symbol means in Korean? And of course, there's a 20-second delay, so he won't hear my question for 20 seconds. I did some research. The shape of the form is done like it is on purpose. The symbol comes from Buddhist philosophy and literally translates to oneness. It represents complete harmony of body-mind. Yeah. You know, and the symbol, if you think about the symbol, it does kind of, you know, it is kind of like circular. It's very unfortunate that somebody took that symbol and you know, changed the meaning. And this is often the case with things like capitalism is the new name for free market. But if you call it capitalism, it has these evil connotations. Anyway, let's not get into politics. That's getting over into politics. Let's not go there. Okay, so let's just grill this bad boy. And I hope Mr. Gleason is still here. And hey, Carbayosas, are you guys getting it? Lila, are you getting it? Are you guys even trying it? Or are you just enjoying Master Yafu? And Zoe. I got a good idea. Let's have Zoe try it. So why don't you go right back to there. Zoe's going to try it on her own. So Chumi. And I would recommend coming forward because typically when you go back, you need like one extra step. So Chumi and Sija. Paddle. And show. Bravissimo. She got it. Tell you what, we're doing, oh my Lord, it's already 4:42. We're doing a Zoom class right after this, and it is like an extension of this. And you might wonder, well, then why do a live stream at all? And the reason is I like to have a catalog of these things, and Zoom classes are great for getting feedback and dialogue and stuff, but I try to make the live streams more just providing information, just putting it out there, a tutorial with very little input on the chat. But when you go back to watch it on YouTube, what you get is all information. So then we've got this library of information giving sessions. And then for Zoom, I do put those on YouTube. I record them and put them on YouTube, my classes anyway, but they're really, you have to sort through conversations and other people trying the form and this guy doing it and then that guy doing it and talking back and forth about back stances or whatever. So not as good. So today we're doing both. You got a live stream where we just did like a tutorial on Ilyeo, and now we're going to do a Zoom class here in about 15 minutes, and I hope all of you can make it. Oh, and remember Master Settles class tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We're doing Dragons tomorrow at 4, during which Master Settles is doing a black belt class. So David Gleason, you can show up there, and just let you guys know, Master Settles came over here don't know. The days are running together, honestly. It was either Monday or Tuesday he came over and did all of his high-level black belt forms over in the red and blue room. The guy's always practicing, just to put that out there. If you're going to be an expert, if you're going to be a master, call yourself an expert, black belt, whatever, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. And Master Settles definitely does it, just to let you know that he ain't sitting around on his 4th degree laurels. Subscribe! Subscribe to the Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's my reminder. See, my gum came off. I'm supposed to have the gum right here and then stick this up here on my screen. There we go. Ain't that pretty? All right, guys. All right, now I've got to get some little buttons for my OBS software so I don't have to look down like this. It looks so rude when I take my eyes off of you guys. But, oh, and my camera. I need a new camera that the autofocus works better. There we go. Now my face is pretty. All right, guys, I'll see you at 5 for the follow-up on this Ilyeo tutorial. We will see you later.
This has been a Self-Miami Taekwondo live stream with Master Jeff. Avoid practicing the techniques learned in live stream with Master Jeff. Held on, stoned, sloshed, tipsy, buzzed, blotto, slammed, plowed, jolly, play-eyed, hammered, wasted, inebriated, or otherwise intoxicated. Watching live stream with Master Jeff, you acknowledge the possibility of and waive all liability for hematoma, laceration, occipital fracture, broken nose, acute mandibular dislocation, strained wrist, hyperextended elbow, broken ribs, bruising, awaiting care, sprains, fractures, dislocated shoulder, or concussion. All rights reserved. Unauthorized presentation and publication strictly prohibited.